Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. GM is more open to a bankruptcy. Chery gets the green light to buy Volvo, and Tesla tries to sniff out a rat. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, March 6, 2009, and now the news. As we reported yesterday, GM took a big step closer towards a Chapter 11 filing, and that's the top story in today's Wall Street Journal. It reports GM management is not as opposed to a bankruptcy as it had been, but in this case, it's more open to what they call a prepackaged bankruptcy, which theoretically could be accomplished in only 60 days. A Chapter 11 filing could take 18 months to complete, but a prepackaged bankruptcy also requires all of GM stakeholders to voluntarily agree to the cuts they would be forced to make under Chapter 11. So far, they have not agreed to any of those cuts, and so the tension builds. Amazingly, Chrysler was the #1 selling brand last month in Canada. For the first time in its 84-year history, the company beat all comers and topped the sales charts. All told, it moved 12,015 vehicles. So, what do Canadians like? Well, the Dodge Journey was the country's best-selling crossover, while the Grand Caravan sales were up 28% from last month. Also, the Caliber, Patriot, and Compass saw their sales swell by 31% compared to January. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, has been caught trying to set a trap for his employees. Autoblog reports he tried to smoke out who's been leaking confidential information to the press. He sent a series of slightly different emails to members of his team to see which version of the story would get reported. Well, the scheme blew up in his face when one person forwarded their version of the message to others, which made it obvious that something fishy was going on. The company's official word on this subject? No comment. News reports in China say Chery received approval to buy Volvo by China's top economic planner. According to Gasgoo.com, Chery has not confirmed the report, and it says Dongfeng Motors also submitted a plan to the Chinese government bidding for Volvo. And guess what? They're not the only ones. Chang'an and Geely are also rumored to be interested in buying Volvo. Coming up next, we'll take a look at technology Visteon is working on. We'll be back right after this.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
As we reported yesterday, Visteon is being delisted from the New York Stock Exchange because it's expected to file for bankruptcy. It's a shame because the company's working on some impressive advanced technology. Recently, Visteon opened its doors and showed some of what it wants to bring to market. Check out this concept for integrated cockpit electronics. The unit is only 1 inch thick, but all the electronics, including iPod, Bluetooth, and climate controls, are integrated. This allows designers to be more creative in packaging and also features a cool touchpad that slides to adjust the controls. Then there's a virtual image cluster, which is just a thin piece of film developed with 3M that's 1 to 1.5 millimeters thick, which creates a virtual 3D image. Traditional appliques for instrument clusters are flat. Visteon's applique impregnates a micro-lens array to the film to create depth and dimension from a visual standpoint instead of a physical one. This reconfigurable instrument cluster is digital, eliminating the need for moving gauges. The electronics can be reused so it can be packaged across different product lines and customized or personalized with different skins, backgrounds, and wallpapers. A driver can have a classic or a futuristic-looking instrument cluster, however they want to choose. The technology is going to be launched in the first quarter of this year, but Visteon won't name who's going to use it. And the coolest idea from Visteon is its stereoscopic 3D cluster. Advanced graphics create 3D images and a special optical film, also developed by 3M, means your navigation system can display a real-world view of where you're driving, making it much easier to figure out where you are. Well, let's hope Visteon is able to bring all this technology to the market. Okay, it's Friday. Time to answer our trivia quiz, and like I said before, it's a doozy. We asked you to identify what this car is, and no one got it right, and we really didn't expect you to, because I have to confess, I didn't even know what it is. But I have to thank my friend and colleague, Mike Lamb from Stockton, California, for sending it in. It's a 1960 collar, which was built in Argentina for just 1 year. A number of you sent in hilarious answers to what you thought it was, and we'll publish those in the John's Journal section of our website later today. But we like the entry we got from Eric Carlson from Herndon, Virginia, who said, "I have no idea what it is, but Mark Vaughn and I saw it with John 8 years ago in Havana." And you know, he's right. I was in Cuba with Eric and Mark Vaughn from Auto Week magazine, and I think we did see one of those collars out on the streets of Havana. Eric, you're going to be the envy of your friends because you get this carrying case with the built-in radio. Well, that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Monday.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, John's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.